Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle Seahawks fans. Let's get to the news. The NFL offseason is always ripe with rumors and whispers, but every now and then something surfaces that could truly shake up the league. And this time the buzz surrounds Penei Sewell, the standout offensive tackle from the Detroit Lions. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Why would a division rival trade away a cornerstone like Sewell? Well, the rumors suggest that the Lions' cap situation is pretty tight, and they're looking at ways to balance their roster without sacrificing their future. And one of the wildest ideas floating around is that Detroit might be open to trading Sewell to the Seahawks in a move that could redefine the NFC West's landscape. Yes, you heard that right. The Lions, with a cap of around $18 million and currently allowing 22 sacks in a season where their record is 9-5, are considering a blockbuster trade. Their goal? To bring in picks and a promising young offensive tackle while prioritizing bolstering their secondary. But for the Seahawks, this isn't just any trade rumor. It's an opportunity to snag a game-changing talent who could transform their offensive line, and by extension, their entire offensive attack. Now let's dive into the specifics. Penei Sewell, who played college ball at Oregon, has been nothing short of dominant. He's an all-pro caliber player, and if he lands in Seattle, he could be the anchor that the Seahawks desperately need on their offensive line. Seattle's line has seen its share of struggles this season, allowing 20 sacks, which is a concern considering their playoff ambitions. But Sewell's presence could be the difference maker, providing protection for Geno Smith, opening running lanes for Kenneth Walker, and giving the Seahawks a more balanced attack that keeps defenses honest. Considering Sewell's stats, he's projected to be an All-Pro in 2025, with only 3 sacks allowed in 12 games, a stellar PFF grade of 91.5, and a run-block win rate of 82%. It's clear he's elite. His EPA per run is +1, and he's played a total of 858 snaps this season. Over his career, he's appeared in 78 games with remarkably few penalties, just 12 in 2025, and maintains a low miss-block rate of 18%. Even with a knee injury in Week 5 that kept him out for 3 games, he showed resilience by not allowing a single pressure in Week 2. That kind of durability and consistency is exactly what the Seahawks need. Imagine what Sewell would bring to Seattle's offensive line. His presence could boost their run game significantly. Walker, who's already been fantastic, could see an additional 250 yards on the ground just with Sewell anchoring the line. And in the passing game, he could help cut sacks by around 25%, giving Geno more time to operate and find his playmakers. Remember, Seattle's offensive line has struggled at times this season, but Sewell's addition could turn that around overnight. Now let's talk about the impact on the Lions. They're sitting at 9-5 with a cap space of roughly $18 million and their offensive line allowing 22 sacks. They're trying to find some balance, and trading Sewell could be a strategic move to reload their roster, especially their secondary, while getting a couple of draft picks or a promising young tackle to develop. But the risk, it's real. Trading Sewell, who is a cornerstone, exposes their offensive line, which might make their run game less formidable and could put more pressure on Jared Goff. From the Seahawks' perspective, this could be a game changer. Their offensive line, currently ranked around 72. Won by PFF, needs a boost if they want to contend deep into the playoffs. Sewell's arrival would elevate their protection, reducing sacks significantly and enhancing their overall offensive efficiency. Plus, with Walker in the backfield, the Seahawks could see their rushing yards increase by around 250 yards over the remainder of the season and into the playoffs. And it's not just about the immediate season. Sewell's potential impact extends into the playoffs. With the Seahawks eyeing a deep postseason run, especially considering their current 10-3 record and the chance to secure a top seed, adding a player like Sewell could be the missing piece that pushes them all the way to the Super Bowl. His presence could help protect Geno Smith against fierce defenses like the San Francisco 49ers, especially Bosa, and give Seattle the edge in those critical moments. In terms of the bigger picture, many analysts are already talking about the potential odds. Currently, the Seahawks are considered underdogs, with Super Bowl odds around +1, 200. But if they land Sewell, those odds could improve significantly, possibly dropping to +800 or even better. Sewell, as an X factor in the trenches, could be the boost that propels Seattle from a good team to a true Super Bowl contender, especially considering how important line play is in the playoffs. Strong offensive line play has historically been pivotal in playoff success, and Sewell's addition could elevate Seattle's OL to elite status, comparable to the dominant units that have carried teams in recent years. Now, some of you might be wondering about the risks involved. Yeah, trading for Sewell isn't a small move. You're giving up draft capital, and there's always the chance that a young player might not adapt immediately or that injuries could strike again. But if the Seahawks are serious about making a deep playoff run, especially with their current roster, adding Sewell might be the kind of bold move that defines a franchise's legacy. The Seahawks have a history of making smart decisions in the draft and free agency, and a trade for Sewell could be the ultimate gamble with huge upside. Looking into the future, this hypothetical trade could redefine the Seahawks' offensive line for years to come. Sewell, still young and ascending, could become the core of an elite unit that protects Geno Smith, opens up holes for Walker, and helps Seattle contend for championships. The idea of building an offensive line around Sewell, similar to how teams like the Eagles built their trenches, is tantalizing. Jason Peters, for example, brought in by the Eagles to bolster their offensive line, played a key role in their success. Sewell could be that kind of player for Seattle, an anchor who transforms the entire offense. Of course, all of this is speculation for now, but it's the kind of bold move that fans love to debate. Whether it actually happens or not, the mere possibility stirs excitement among Seahawks fans who crave a stronger team heading into the playoff stretch. With the NFC West being so competitive, especially with the 49ers and their formidable defense, Seattle needs to do everything they can to stay ahead. A player like Sewell could be the difference maker in those critical late-season battles. In conclusion, this rumored trade involving Penei Sewell is more than just a whisper. It's a potential game changer for the Seahawks, aligning perfectly with their goals of contending at the highest level. By securing Sewell, Seattle would dramatically improve their offensive line, boost their running and passing efficiency, and send a message to the league that they're serious contenders. It's a bold move, yes, but in the NFL, sometimes you have to take risks to reach the summit. And if this trade goes through, Seahawks fans can look forward to a future where their team has one of the best lines in the league, paving the way for more playoff victories and, hopefully, a shot at the Super Bowl once again. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think trading for Penei Sewell makes sense for Seattle? Would you be willing to give up some draft picks or a young player to bring in a guy of his caliber? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. We all want to see this team succeed, whether it's through bold trades, smart drafts, or hard work on the field. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and analysis, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news. Let's keep the passion alive, Seahawks fans, and keep rooting for that eternal glory we all believe is just around the corner.